everybody. How are y'all doing today? All things I see. Hey, Miss Barbara, how you doing? Ramon, what's up, y'all? Oh my goodness, another fight night is upon us, child. We're gonna get into all of this nonsense that we got going on. Ooh, Edgar Berlanga throwing money at Oscar like he a $2 hooker. It is so much going on, child. We're going to get into this because we have another fight card tonight. So I ain't going to keep y'all all night. I know I say that every Saturday night, but I mean it this time. We ain't going to be in here all night, okay? Um, so, first off, let me just remind everybody that there are upcoming fights outside of tonight. I mean, next weekend we have the Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios fight. And then I believe the following week after that, Clarissa Shields fights Lady Daniels. And obviously, throughout the week, I'll remind you guys and I'll drop content about that. But I just wanted to put that in the forefront of your mind before we get into the card that is upon us tonight. We do have a jam-packed month of fights. So that's a good thing. Now, how good those fights are going to be, that is yet to be seen. So we will go from there. But as usual, we will start with a bit of news before we get into our main topics. It's not really a lot of news to report. I think Jamal Charlo, he's now number one in the WBC rankings. So depending on who wins between Berlanga and Shiraz, that person may be fighting Jamal Charlo at 168 pounds. Savage Bo, I see you, love boxing. Oh, sexy Cam J, what's up? My bro, Cam J, what's good? Yeah, so depending on who wins that fight, then they may get to fight Jamal Charlo. Outside of that, I want to know, did y'all hear this? David Benavidez um, has a 3-fight deal with Turkey Al Sheikh, and he's hoping that that will include a Canelo Alvarez fight. He said something like Canelo wants $300 million to fight him. So we're gonna see how that all plays out, and we're gonna see if Turkey, open up that pocketbook and pay that money. So I will definitely keep an eye out on that. That is very interesting to me. But a shout out to all the winners from last night's card: Scottney, Green, Bumgardner, and Taylor. We're going to get into that card review in just a second. Some of the things that I saw during those fights. First of all, it was a sold out event, so let's clap it up for the ladies. They actually had a sold out Madison Square Garden. There was not a seat empty in that whole event. I don't know if y'all watched it, but I did, and it was literally packed from wall to wall. So Puerto Rico, New York, Ireland, they definitely showed up for the ladies last night. So round of applause to them. Marky Dan, don't start. So let's start with the Scottney versus Mercado, right? To me, Scottney was quicker. She definitely was sharper. She used good head movement, um, a lot of good body work. Now, from what I understand, Mercado, she was the champion of the WBO, the WBC, the IBF, and the ring belts. Now, look, I don't know what's going on with all of that, but I'm not sure if Mikado was just like having like an off night or if it was ring rust. From what I understand, she hadn't fought since I guess her last fight was, I think it was June of last year, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if that contributed to her performance, but she was missing a lot of punches. I think like round five, the cut on her face opened up, but I just I didn't see a lot of head movement. So I don't know. That could be why she got that thing on her head opened up. because she didn't move her head a lot. And I think she almost like fell or got thrown down to the ground in round 10. She didn't look her best last night. She looked kind of off to me. I've seen her fight before, and she didn't look like that to me before. So I'm going to say maybe it's ring rust or something. She just seemed to be a little overmatched. Um, I don't know. Hopefully, maybe she'll get a rematch, get a chance to win her belts back, and look sharper. But again, shout out to Scottney for a good win because she definitely went in there and did it. Marky Dan, what is this? Come on with all of that, man. Um, Next up, we had Marshall versus Green. Now, in the beginning, Marshall seemed like a little faster than Shadeja, right? Maybe it took Shadeja like a while to, figure out a way inside. She should have worked her double jab a little bit more, and then threw like an overhand right or something. She was trying to figure out a way to get inside, like early in the fight, and it kind of took her a minute, right? Like so, I mean, it took her a while to catch her rhythm, but once she did, she ended up coming out with the W. So, congrats to her with that. But I will say this. Shadeja, hey, quick, Shadeja definitely needs to work on her conditioning, bro. She goes in the ring with a leaky tire. I don't know what's happening with all of that, but she be looking tired as hell by like round 3, round 4. Um, it's definitely going to be a major issue. Opulent, what's up? It's going to be a major issue if she doesn't get that under control. Now, I'm not sure what she's going to have to do. Maybe run on the treadmill more, work on some other thing. I don't know. But if she wants to continue to compete at like a higher level, she's definitely going to need to get that gas tank issue under control because it's going to be a problem for her later. Now, next we had, I believe, yeah, I think Bumgardner. Yeah, Bumgardner was next. She went up against Jennifer Miranda. Alicia, she definitely had some ring rust. She definitely did. She had some ring rust on her last night. She also seemed to have some sort of like wardrobe malfunction. She kept like fiddling with her top. I don't know what was going on with all of that, but she was definitely, something was grasping her attention. Now, I know I heard Derek James repeatedly telling her about her jab or something. He kept saying to her over and over again. I think it was about her jab, like use your jab. I mean, so she definitely had like the ring rust. She looked. We're gonna see how she looked in her next fight, right? She didn't look bad. She's still explosive, right? She still put her combination together. She's very patient still, so that was good. It's just she needs to get back into the swing of things. I'm just gonna say that. Okay. Now on to our main event. Yeah, I just gotta be honest. In my opinion, this was the most lackluster performance of the whole goddamn night. And I don't know how many or what, but listen, okay, I don't know if Amanda was being overly cautious of getting headbutted because, remember she had that really bad gash over her eye. And although it like healed, I'm sure that it's still susceptible to open. So I don't know if she was self conscious about that or what happened, but she seemed slower to me than Katie. Katie was able to like get in, work, then get out faster, cleaner a few times on Amanda. Um, she just didn't seem as sharp to me. She kept throwing this little punk ass jab. I don't know what that was about. I don't know. It stinks though, really, because I really did. I really wanted this win for her. I know that she really wanted it, and I know that when you have like a fan base that's going to support you no matter what. Some of them just aren't going to be honest. Now, I can't remember if it's the first fight or the second fight that I know she won for sure. Right? Maybe it was the first one that she won or the second one that she won. I don't know. But I do know that one of those fights, they did rob her. I mean, like, let's call it what it is. But the other two, not so much. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like even though I really wanted this win for her, last night, Katie was the better boxer. She showed it, so shout out to Katie Taylor, man. And, obviously, the ladies, they did an amazing job. You know what I'm saying? Sold out an arena. They let their hands go. You know what I'm saying? Their walkouts were pretty amazing. So I was entertained, you know what I mean, for what it was worth. Absolutely, I was entertained. I do know that some of the ladies did their post conference, and some of them took to Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call that. But I saw this and I thought it was, I ain't gonna say funny, but I'm gonna get into all of that because I'm gonna get into it. But I'm gonna play this. This is what the post conference, and this is what Shadeja had to say at her post conference.
Question all three of you. The elephant in the room is obvious for Shadeja. A fight with Clarissa Shields would be huge for boxing. Obviously, she is not within Most Valuable Promotions, but is that a fight that you guys would like to make next?
I mean, I would love to I would love to fight Clarissa Shields. Of course, I want to go and rest or whatever, but I think that's the fight to be made. Clarissa Shields,
She gonna beat the fuck out of her.
it's we got a heavy stable over here, and it's a couple of people that could go up against Clarissa Shields that got the skills. But Savannah told me something today. I don't know if I should share it, but I ain't gonna share it. But she
told you
she said to me today, which I didn't even realize that she might have had noticed, but she said, you need to have more belief in yourself. She said, I've never been in a ring with somebody like you that hit as hard as you do. She said, I've been in the ring with her, and she said, you could take her out.
Question all three of you.
Now, I was Shadeja is strong, you know what I'm saying, but she needs to definitely learn to not rely so much on her power and focus more on, I guess, like her skill set and that damn gas tank. I'm gonna say it again. She be leaking gas in the time she step in the ring. She definitely has to get that under control because that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem moving forward. But I'm assuming, Clarissa and maybe I guess Franchon Cruz, they must have heard the post conference. So oh, that ain't it. Hold on a second. We're gonna get to him in a minute too, because they got a lot of foolishness going on. This one. So she's saying, basically she don't pay them no mind. She wants to keep them belts. She better call somebody else's name. Because from what I saw tonight, I beat both their ass at the same time. Now, this is her and Franchon Cruz, I'm assuming, going back and forth. I guess Franchon tagged her and said, why did she call you out? Messy shit. I'm gonna say this. I have to be honest. I don't really care for Clarissa very much, but if I'm being honest, I have to 100% agree with her. Um, from what I saw in that ring last night, as I stated, as much as I think Shadeja, she's pretty good. She has to tighten up on some things, and then she'll be better. But that fight that she fought last night, that ain't gonna work against Clarissa Shields. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that leaky gas, you gassing out round 3 or round 4. That shit ain't gonna cut it. You know, Although I don't really care much for Clarissa or her attitude, it's no denying her skills. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like if that's a fight that she seriously wants to entertain, she might want to wait down the line for something like that. You know what I'm saying? Get them situations together. Go ahead and clean up, what you need to clean up as far as like your conditioning and, you know, just your technique and like she said, more confidence or believing in yourself, whatever the case may be. She needs to take care of all of those things before she can get in the ring with somebody like Clarissa Shields. Right? Yes, shout out to her, Miss Barbara, and then her ring speech too was very moving. Definitely, I was happy for Shadeja Green because I know that she really wanted it and she showed it. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like I said, she was gassed, she pulled it out in the end. So definitely, shout out to her. Ohio runs boxing. What's good with you? And then, as I stated, after Alicia's performance, which I feel like I said, she didn't do bad. She did pretty good, but I would want her to just get back into the swing of things, kind of learn to listen to Derek James a little bit more because he told her the same thing several times in the corner, and she wasn't losing the fight, but I just felt like she could have listened a little bit more to her trainer, like trusted him a little bit more. But I guess that'll come with time because if I'm not mistaken, she just switched to Derek James. Like, wasn't she before with Bill or something like that? I don't know why the hell she was over there with him, but she was over there, and now she's with Derek James. So obviously, the longer they work together, the better their relationship will be, and maybe they'll start to, you know, grow cohesively more together, and things will start to move in the right direction for her. Because I like Alicia, so I definitely want to see her win. But now, this was what she tweeted after that fight. She want Katie. Now, listen, I love Alicia, right? She's explosive. She seems extremely patient for the most part. She picked her shots well. But even with all of that, I'm not sure that she's ready for Katie Taylor. From what I understand, I think she was offered a fight with Serrano in the past and declined it. I'm not sure. I got to look more into that. But so I'm not really sure if she's seriously pursuing this fight, if she wants this fight next. I think if she does want to fight Katie again, maybe she should take another tune-up just so that she's back in the flow of things before fighting somebody like Katie Taylor. Because Katie Taylor, she's tough, and we know she fight dirty when she got to. So that there's something on that. Now, the tomfoolery, right, that we all know as Turkey out chic, since we're talking about people calling people out and all this kind of foolishness. I want to know something. I saw this, and I want to know what y'all think of it because maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I don't think so.
I know good problem. They said to me, you bring 13 fighters. That's the thing. One of it brings. We want the best to be in the undercard. September. Not a problem. And after that, also, we want them to fight in the ring show. Okay. We want to support these people, guys. Okay? The most important thing, we want them to spend their energy in sport, not in the street. Say it again. I've been doing that since I've been doing it. Yeah, that's all I do. We want to support this. Great five, great box raw. Box raw been from day one. Day one. What I said to him, we want to spend this energy of the talent around the world in the ring, not in the street. Give them chance. We can do that. Just gotta work with people. You're ready to run the field. Yeah.
Now listen, I know maybe I'm just always, with my cat eye on everything, but I don't really know what to make of that. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I am happy. Whoever Coach Calvin selects to showcase their skills, I think he said he wanted 13 fighters. Whoever he selects to showcase their skills on this big stage, right? Like, I mean, let's keep it real. A Canelo stage, it's nothing short of like an amazing opportunity, right? But I can't help but think Turkey has an ulterior motive behind selecting Upton Jim out of Baltimore. Like, what you was talking about New York. You was talking about how dirty this, that, and the third, the people in America, all of this trash. You was talking. Like, why you didn't go to one of your ring ambassadors, Jim, for the amateurs? I don't know, man. I just found it extremely odd. I think he has an ulterior motive. He thinks maybe Coach Calvin is a way to get to Tank. I don't know. But I just found it a little strange and a little odd. I think so too, Miss Barbara. I just found it a little interesting that he chose Upton Jim. I mean, and those obviously those guys out of there can bang. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful that they are recognizing Coach Calvin's training skills and abilities, and I'm glad that he's going to select some of those amateurs to be on that big stage and maybe elevate them so we can get another star out of Upton. I'm all for that. I just don't trust Turkey and the reason behind why he's doing it. Because, if you're not careful, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really know this guy's ulterior motives, but I know, Calvin, he seemed like a pretty sharp nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's from the streets. So he'll know if Turkey is trying to play him. And hopefully he'll play Turkey before, you know what I'm saying, the other way around. So we're gonna see how that all plays out. I mean, I'm definitely whoever they select. Obviously, I'm gonna tune in and check them out. You know what I'm saying? I follow them anyway. on IG and stuff, and I'm always over there at the rise. So I like when they highlight certain fighters, I'm always tuned in. You know what I mean? I just found that a little odd. But Turkey, man, Turkey everywhere now. So I don't know. I just found that a little odd. You know what I'm saying? So I found that just a little odd. Now, speaking of, Lord help us. Speaking of showcasing abilities and big stages, y'all remember last Thursday, right? When I was live and the whole debacle with the Normans happened and the Haneys happened. Okay, well, okay. I'm gonna play it again just for a refresher, and then we gonna come back. I got you. Back up, back up, back up. I got you. Back up, back up, back up. I got you. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Don't fuck Devin's money up. Don't fuck that. I got you. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Yeah, y'all remember the fight. So that was like that was another angle of them fighting. I thought I had the first one. Lord help me. That was hilarious. But so Brian Norman Sr., he went on Mill City, and this was what he had to say about them.
So he was saying that your son was small. Tell me,
Yeah.
what's going on in that situation?
Oh, nothing. Just well, like I said, regular sizing up type situation. You know what I'm saying? Just them getting in front of each other for the first time and them just being sized up. That's about it. Because that's the reality. That's the reality of it. The reality of it is you got Devin Haney and Bill Haney who just put out a charge for battery and assault in a boxing ring in a sanctioned boxing match. You know what I'm saying? And you got your security guard outside that had nothing to do with what was going on, literally turning around and attempting to assault $1 million fighter. So that's why I made that post to let them know, like, bro, you do understand we got you by the balls here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was you, if I moved like you move, then I would sue you. But fortunately, I move like I move. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I move like I move. And even with an injury and everything else, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go on and we're gonna let it do what it do, but I'm gonna see what's up on some other stuff.
So he was saying.
Now, obviously, he's referring to Devin's security guard who yoked up Brian Norman Jr. after that whole face-off, or I don't know what y'all want to consider that. They were supposed to be just damn it talking. Um, here we go. Now, I did this one in slow motion because I know we watched it. It happened so damn fast. But as you can see, the security guard has Brian Norman Jr., and Brian Norman Jr. is about to take his butt down to the ground. I don't know what made him put his hands on Brian Norman Jr. I know that Brian Norman, he did tap Devin. So really all he needed to do was kind of stand in between them and say, hey, don't touch him, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to put his hands on Brian Norman. You know what I'm saying? So he was basically just responding to him saying, how Bill moves. He was saying, I could do that if I wanted to. I could sue y'all because you put your hands on my son, and my son is $1 million fighter. So that's what he was telling Mill City. But he said, he's not on it like that. He just wanted Bill to know, like, y'all running around here like y'all better than people, and y'all really are not. You know what I'm saying? So cut the shit, basically. And then obviously, they had their press conference yesterday for the November card. Why they had that press conference so early, I couldn't tell you. It literally makes no sense for a fight that is in November to start with press conferences in July. Like, they should have waited till after this card aired, let it breathe, and then maybe later this month start rolling out commercials or something, and then maybe by the end of August or middle of August start doing press conferences. I don't know. Turkey, he seems to be moving really fast with this kind of stuff, but This was the press conference yesterday between Brian Norman Jr. and Devin.
Are we talking shit or are we just being nice? Do whatever you want, man. So is Bill's here. So he was just honest, about VADA testing and everything like that. The power's natural. The VADA paper's in. I know Devin's always tested negative, and the proof will be in the pudding. We got a result back on Devin's side that he's tested negative as well for confidence. And we're going to show that, come November 22nd. Are we talking shit?
Oh, God. Oh, God. He talking about this. So y'all remember Thursday we were playing this, how Devin and Bill, they love to kind of like smear people or kind of paint somebody in like a dark drug cloud. You know what I'm saying? Ever since, I guess, that issue with Brian, now all of a sudden he's just accusing everybody, and not directly accusing them, but making broad general statements about how everybody, you know what I'm saying, everyone needs to enroll in VADA 365 testing. And as I stated previously, there is no such thing. Okay, there is no such thing as 365 testing. Okay, so that's that. But that's what he was referring to. Now, I'm gonna play their face off, but I want y'all to listen mainly to the commentators.
Why do you believe that you're on a different level than him? He's obviously the champion at 147. What gives you that confidence?
Because I don't know nobody that he fought. He's never knocked out nobody at the top. Yeah, I know he's going to say, oh, well, you're going to be the first one. Yeah, okay, it sounds good. We've heard this before. But he's never done this at the highest level. I've been at the highest level for 7-8 years now.
I guess you disagree with that on him being on a different level than you.
I mean, everybody can believe what they want, but actions speak louder than the words. Come November, I'm down to prove that.
You got a chance to fight above 140 in your last fight. Now you're fighting at full 147. What do you think the extra weight has done for you?
It don't matter. I'm levels above this guy. It don't matter what weight we could do that 140, 145, 143, 47. It don't matter. I'm levels above him.
Devin Haney taking on Brian Norman Jr. Both these fighters undefeated, but it's Haney that'll be the challenger.
This man keeps taking champion after champion. Ever since 2020, since he fought Yuriokis Gamboa, he hasn't looked back. 9 fights, 8 champions. And the one champion he didn't face was one of the biggest fights last year in Ryan Garcia. That man right there, Devin Haney, building a Hall of Fame career at only 26 years old.
Haney looks just as big, if not bigger, than Norman. He's moving up.
Every time I see Haney, I just think, how did you weigh lightweights? How are you a lightweight? How are you ever 9'9"? It's unbelievable. 135 pounds that guy was. He is massive for the weight, but he's technically very, very good. He slows you down. He takes away your jab, he takes away your strength, and he dictates the pace.
Yeah, but that size doesn't translate into power. And that man, he's going to fight from Georgia. Dynamite in both hands, man. One of the hardest punchers, and at a long reach as well.
Why do you believe?
Did y'all hear them commentators say he's massive for his weight class? They asked him how was he able to squeeze himself down to 135? Did y'all hear that? Haley, what's going on, babe? Did y'all hear them say that? Which is crazy to me, because I remember when Eddie Hearn said the same thing going into the Jose Ramirez fight. He couldn't wait to see Devin step on the scale because he knew that Devin was over 160. So I got a question for all these Haney fans that love to run around here defending Devin Haney. How big is that nigga really? I am so intrigued now. It's ridiculous. If everybody, these ain't the first commentators that I heard say that. If everybody that comes across Devin Haney say, oh, this boy is massive. How big are you really, my guy? Cash. No, I'm serious. It's just that really caught my attention. But that's not the only thing that caught my attention. So Devin says, we don't care about the power. He ain't fought nobody, yada, 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 right? So I got another question. Are we going off names or accolades? Now, all of a sudden, you don't know nobody he fought just because he been knocking them out. But you were fighting guys for the belt that nobody really knew or really didn't do nothing. So I want to know which one matters, names or accolades. That's what I really want to know. Who you fighting? To me, matters more, your opposition, more than if they got a belt or not. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again. Some of these guys are just waiting for their chance to put their foot in your ass, i.e., Resendez, Caleb Plant. Some of these guys are just waiting for their opportunity to shine. They may not have a big time promoter or a lot of money behind them, but if they get that shot to show what they can do, they're going to shake some shit up. So to me, I think your opponents matter more than whether or not they got a belt, because we saw a lot of guys who did not have no damn business with a belt. And I know everybody gonna say, "Oh, well, Cambosis he beat Teofimo." To me, that was a damn fluke, because I don't think he could have beat him twice. Barinchek had a damn belt. He ain't put up no fight when it came to fighting Keyshawn Davis. So some of these guys with belts, I mean, they got them, but who did you get them from? You know, I ain't accusing nobody of being a bum or nothing like that. I'm just trying to figure out what Devin's point is by saying he ain't fought nobody. We don't know any of these guys that he fought, you know, I guess to showcase his power. He's going to neutralize his power and all those different things. And I hear him. You know, it all sounds good. You're supposed to have confidence and stuff like that. But my question is, which one now? So now we're worrying about opponents and we're not worrying about accolades? Because I remember before, you know, y'all love to tell me how Devin Haney is what, 2-time undisputed, this, that, and the third. So I just want to know which one it is. I just want to know what narrative we're running with this week, you know, so I know which one to chop down at the knees. That's all. The sister just want to know. Well, you know what, 2000 Ravens, that okay. Well, sure. I mean, I don't know. Okay, but whatever. Fine. We'll leave it right there. Right. Moving on. So first of all, I'm sick and tired of seeing Eddie Hearn. Can somebody tell me why Eddie was on that stage? Which one of his fighters is fighting? Because I tried to look it up, and they just said that he was there, I guess, in conjunction with DHP, or that he'll be putting on that fight in November, which is crazy to me. Because he was also there last night with Katie Taylor on that card, and he was also at the press conference that I watched for tonight's card. Which can somebody explain to me what the hell Edgar Berlanga was doing? Does anybody know? Because, I mean, throwing money, throwing cash in the air, and all this other kind of foolishness at Oscar De La Hoya, it's just ridiculous. I just don't get it. Throwing cash at Oscar picking up the cash off the damn floor, all kind of foolishness. But then we had Shakur. So listen to Core.
I've been calling this dude out for 3 years. I heard Oscar say that they've been trying to get this fight for 3 years, but they're lying. They had opportunity to fight me before. They turned it down, and it was all Oscar. So come Saturday night, I'm coming in here to beat his ass. He gonna come, he gonna be tough, strong, but I'm coming to whoop his ass. I stand by that. I've been calling this.
Do we believe him? I just look. I ain't making no accusations. Do we believe him? And are we gonna make him stand on it? That's all I want to know. Now I'm gonna drop it. Y'all come up. Y'all give me y'all final fight predictions for tonight and how this thing is gonna go down. I've been hearing that Shakur is gonna stop him. Shiraz is going to stop Berlanga. Now, the dog fights underneath, I am most interested in that. The David Morrell versus Ahmad and the Subriel Matias. Subriel looked at weight drain, didn't he? Subriel Matias and Alberto Preo. I cannot wait for that fight, the David Morrell fight. And then, obviously, we have the top half of the card. To me, Edgar Berlanga, all of this, foolishness that he had going on with Oscar De La Hoya on that stage, to me, he needs to be focusing. He needs to focus up because Shiraz looked dialed in, baby. Shiraz looked dialed in. He didn't look like he was up there playing around. He said his little piece, but his eyes, he looked ready to go. So I just hope that, Edgar Berlanga, with all of this flashiness he got going on and all of the playing around that he's doing, and obviously, hopefully he's in training camp. I'm sure he is and working on what he's supposed to be working on. But Berlanga, as much as I love his little New York swag and confidence, he needs to focus up. because it's go time in a couple hours. And Shiraz, he looked like he was up there looking like he ready to fight. You know, you over here playing around with Oscar, you and Oscar playing with singles, like y'all at the damn strip club, you throwing panties at him, all kind of other foolishness. You know, I hope you focus, and I hope you're ready to get in there and really get to it because Shiraz, he might be coming for you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but it was just ghetto foolishness at its highest level.
Put him on now. Let me put him on now, baby. I got some right here for you. Here, I got some right here for you. Hey, listen to me. Listen to this. This guy's not even Puerto Rican. I've been asking for your Puerto Rican passport. Where is it at? Where's your Puerto Rican passport? Where's your Puerto Rican passport? I'm more Puerto Rican than you. Stop robbing fucking Puerto Rican than you. Stop robbing fighters. Hey, your jewelry is as fake as your wins. That jewelry's probably fake as hell. You bitch. Hey, listen. You my stripper. You my stripper. Hey, you my stripper. Check his jewelry. See if it's real. You my stripper. Is that real? Fake jewelry. Come on, man. You got fake jewelry. Come on now. Fake jewelry. Fuck you. You can't even win a world title.
If that wasn't the most WWF shit I ever seen in my whole goddamn life. Yes, he was 2000. He was having a panic attack when Oscar said his jewelry wasn't real. Lord help them all. But I hope he focused. You know, I really do because Shiraz is focused. He had a lot going on to me in this whole thing. And Edgar Berlanga, he been doing the most. He got up acting like he was about to slap Oscar. He acted like he about to slap Oscar. And I'm gonna say this. He slapped Oscar. Oscar gonna whoop his ass. Now I know Oscar has been out of the ring for a while, and he's an older gentleman. But Oscar De La Hoya ain't nobody's punk. You know, I will just say that he ain't nobody's punk, and he ain't nobody's fool. So, you know, Edgar Berlanga, he run up over there like he crazy if you want to. But I want to know who y'all think is going to win tonight. To me, if Edgar Berlanga does not get Shiraz out of there within like the first couple of rounds, I see it maybe going to decision if Shiraz can take Berlanga's power because Berlanga, he usually fights, you know, guys that he can get out of there in like the first or second round. You know what I'm saying? The only time I think he's gone a distance was like with Canelo. He might have gone the distance once or twice before, but in more recent times, the only time I can remember him going the distance was with Canelo. So, not to say that he has like a gas tank issue, I don't think so, but he does not used to going that long in a fight. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely see. Like I said, Shiraz, he went life or death with Carlos Adames, and he was gifted a draw, in my opinion. So we're gonna see how he's able to take Edgar Berlanga's power. We're gonna see if he can stand there and trade with Berlanga. I don't know how smart that would be because it doesn't really look like Shiraz punches that hard, but we know Edgar, he's heavy-handed. So, he might try to get him up out of there early. We're going to see how this all pans out. I want to know if, we see, how do we see this other fight going? And you know what? You always got some damn questions. What does this mean? Because I keep hearing Shakur say that, but it does not shine through in the way that he fights. I want to know what is y'all definition of belt to ass. That's what I want to know. Because I hear him say these things, and then I just see someone in the ring with him getting outpointed. And it's no disrespect, but I just don't see a belt to ass. To me, when I hear belt to ass, I'm thinking literally you getting your ass whooped. I don't see like outpointing you to a decision as belt to ass. So I need to know what does that mean to y'all? What does belt act? Because maybe my definition is wrong. I remember when I was a little girl and I heard I'm gonna get that belt, I knew I was getting my ass whooped. It wasn't no little tap 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 and you won. No, you was getting head, shoulders, knees, and toes put on that ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means to me. So I'm really confused when I hear all this belt to ass talk from Shakur. Like, does that just mean I'm gonna outpoint you or I'm gonna win? Because I need clarification. I really just don't I don't understand that. Like I said, everybody can have a different definition of that phrase, but to me, that literally means getting your ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna need a stoppage. I'm gonna need somebody bleeding. I'm gonna need to see belt to ass. I don't need to see excessive lateral movement because I know his fans hate when I say running. Excessive lateral movement, pop shots. I mean, he's gonna fight the way he's gonna fight, right? Like we know that he says whatever he wants to say, but we know when it all comes down to it, he's gonna fight the way that he normally fights. Now, if he can pull this out and look spectacular doing it, okay, then if I see it again and continue to see it, because you can't just do it one fight and then that changes the conversation, because the conversation didn't start with just one fight, so it can't end with just one fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't all of a sudden stop saying that I'm not really impressed with his fighting style, or it's really not my type of fighting style. So I really don't care to watch him with one fight. That's not really going to change it. I'm going to need to see you start doing that more consistently. Belt to ass is similar to what it did at the Herring. Exact. Okay, so I can go with that. Ohio, similar to what Floyd did to Gotti, and that's what I think he's promoted for, a particular style fighter. I think he's promoting for this. Right. So okay, we're on the same page with that, Ohio. I can understand that, but that's what I'm saying. He did that, Jamel Herring. How long ago was that? How many fights ago was that? And we haven't seen it since. Randall 700. What's going on? Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. If y'all are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that cash app if you can. I appreciate y'all so much for showing up. I told y'all I'm not going to keep y'all all night because I know we got some fights to watch tonight. If they are good, I might come back later. But thank you, Ohio, for the clarification. And that's what I was trying to figure out, because I haven't really seen that from him in a while. Now, I can pick out a couple of fights previously that he really got in there and got to the action. But at 135, I really can't say that. 126 and 130, Shakur, that's a different story. But 135, I can't really see that I've been impressed. You know what I'm saying, with the fighting style or what he has going on. And I do know that he suffered some hand issues. So we're gonna see how this fight between him and Zepeda goes. Obviously, we can't do the triangle effect of Zepeda and Tevin Farmer and then Kid Austin. We can't do all of that. But if Zepeda's game plan is solid and he continues to apply the pressure and he hits Shakur in the right spots, maybe his hands, you know what I'm saying, his shoulders, his arms, whatever the case may be, Zepeda has a chance. I don't know why people are acting like Shakur is about to just wash Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that is the case. And even if that is the case, then why don't you think it's time to step up the level of competition? I told y'all the other day how he said he would go up to 140 to fight Teofimo Lopez. Okay, if you're gonna go up to 140, stay your ass at 140 because there's some smoke up there for you. You got Gary Antoine Russell, Frank Martin is now up there. Hell, Lamont Rope said he said he's going to 147 to fight the winner of Devin and Brian Norman. But hell, 140 is still Subriel Matias. Like I said, you want Tio, so go fight Tio. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like, because 135 is very thin right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want him just sitting around waiting for Gervonta Tank Davis fights. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's happening with Gervonta Tank Davis. Obviously, for those of you who saw my community page, I did post about his interaction, and unfortunately, he was incarcerated for a very short period of time. He is out. The rematch is still 8/16, from what I am still being told. Fight Sports, what's up?
What's up, Ty? Thanks for having me on.
How you doing, babe?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Looking, I just listened to what you were saying about Shakur. Do you want him to go to 140?
If there's no other fights for him, shout out to Miss Barbara in the cash app. I appreciate you so much, Miss Barbara. If there are no fights for him at 135, if he's, because he made it clear that he really doesn't want to fight Maritala, and if he does, he doesn't want it to be for a belt, but I think that's the only reason Maritala would want to fight him. That's another thing. The picking and choosing of who it is that you want to fight, it's almost like cherry picking to me.
Yeah, Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't know what he's saying about Muratalo. I mean, I heard what he said. I maybe I'm being naive here. I think Shakur was trying to do his little bad boy impression because it doesn't make sense. Why would you not want to fight a guy who has a belt? And style wise, I think Muratalo is fairly straightforward for Shakur. I mean, I think
Well,
Lomachenko would have whitewashed Muratalo if they fought. So I don't. I think Shakur's just trying to get headlines. I think he knows he's not going to be liked because of his fighting style. So it's the same thing when he tried to act all mean and tough to Chris Mannix. I think he's just trying to say things just to get headlines. But yeah, no, I agree. If he's not going to fight the other champions, and God knows what happens with Tank, then he should go to 140. But because of his hands, I don't think he's going to. I mean, he can't hurt people. Scratch that. He can't hurt good fighters like top level fighters at 135. So and he's already at risk of breaking his hands with big grunt gloves on. So at 140, I think these guys would hurt him.
You think that would hurt him? He would have to definitely select his opponent very carefully. Shout out to Jay in the Cash App, Jeremy 419. I appreciate you. I don't know if they would necessarily. I know it's definitely going to be tough for him. If he does go up there. But I mean, what is he going to stay at 135? I don't really think he's like a natural 135 pounder because if you saw the interview I think he did with Ariel Hawani, he looked a little different than he normally looks when he does those kind of interviews. He didn't look as. I guess I'm just so used to them looking healthy and I guess in their own. To me, it's like if I can tell that you cut a lot of weight, like in your eyes, and if I'm looking at your chest and I can almost see like the rib cage, like if I can tell a drastic difference, to me, doesn't it seem like you need to move up, like you're working a little too hard to continue to be in that weight class?
hey, I want
Yeah,
to say this. When Shakur say he want to fight Murray Tyler, I want to see the video. I want to see
I
the.
played that. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. He said he'll fight him, but he don't want to fight for the belt. He said I'm done fighting for belts. He said Maritalo is cool, but it's not going to be for the belt. And
Oh,
Rich, we had this conversation.
I ain't never had this conversation when he
We
said that
did.
he
We
didn't
had
want to
this
fight
like two
Murray.
weeks ago.
I never had a conversation. I never
Rich.
heard Shakur saying that he ain't want to fight Murray Tyler. I seen Keyshawn Davis say that he want to fight Murray Tyler for the belt, but I never heard Shakur say that out of his mouth. I never. I heard Keyshawn
Oh, you
Davis
know
say
what?
that.
Maybe I am
And
confusing. But he did say that he's
fight
not
sports
doing. Hold on a second.
and fight sports talk. I don't even know where you get this from. That he won't hurt no good fighter or none of that stuff. Like what fighter? Who are you talking about at 135 or whatever? What are you talking about?
well, Rich,
What are you talking about that he would get seriously hurt? When have you even seen
well,
him get
I'm
seriously hurt for you to even
well,
say some shit like
I
that
can
out of your
answer,
mouth?
I can answer.
Y'all
Oh,
crazy.
okay, if you have a big problem with what I say, then I said he's going to get hurt at 140 because, uh, again, he can't hurt guys at 135. Okay, he didn't stop Padley because he was hurting him. He just got fatigued, and
Okay, he stopped him
the
though. He
guy
hurt him.
break.
Next.
Okay, all right. Okay, he's not going to be hurting guys like Teofimo Lopez or Hitchens or Matias. If he
Only person that would give him some problems up there at 140 is Gary Antoine Russell.
So you don't think
Everybody,
Subriel
I
Matias? You don't
everybody,
think that?
everybody
Hold
else.
hold on, Rich. You don't think Subriel Matias, Alberto Preo? You don't think that? Who
I
else is
think,
up there?
I think,
Hitchens,
I think,
Tio,
I think,
Frank Martin. Who else
I
is up
don't
there?
think, I think Frank Martin
well,
would get his
hold
ass
on, hold
washed.
on,
Wait,
Rich. Rich called
I
me
think,
out. So,
Hold on,
Rich,
one
you
at a
called
time.
me
One
out.
at a time. One
wait,
at a time.
I think Frank Martin would get his ass washed up. Basically, it wouldn't even be no competitive fight. It'll be probably a 9-3 on the scorecards, unanimous decision, whatever it is. I think
Okay, Rich, you
I think Pollo it might be a good fight, but it ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be nothing that people want to see for real. I think
okay?
Matias he'll box circles around him just like the last guy did to Matias. Um who I think only person I say that give him troubles is Gary Antoine Russell. I feel like that's the only person at 140 that would give him some trouble. That you would fall back and be like, damn, he would do something. Other than that, y'all sites and shit, y'all making it seem like that this guy not elite. You
All right,
comparing people that's B level,
I
C
never
level
said,
fighters to a nigga that's
You need
elite.
I
to
never
stop this,
said,
Rich. And we
I
had
never
this
said,
conversation. Hold
Ri-
on, Fight Sport. We had this conversation Thursday about you doing that, Rich. Stop acting like, stop making up stuff. Nobody said that he needs to be fighting C-level fighters, all this extra shit. I'm giving you options at
No,
140
man,
since he is the one that said he can go to 140.
can I,
He said
I said
that.
those is C level
Rich, can I,
fighters, the people that you named.
You
like
got to
like
stop this shit,
like
Rich.
I
Rich,
don't look at no Polio as no elite fighter. I don't look at him
You
as that.
call, okay, you
Go
called
ahead,
me
Fight
out.
Sport.
You called me out for a second ago. I said he can't hurt guys at 135 because he doesn't. When he fought De Los Santos, he looked like he didn't want to get hit by that
He
guy.
fought with
And
one hand. He used one hand.
all right. Can you wait until I answer the question? You're the one who called me out. Okay, he can't hurt guys at
Let him
135.
finish,
Okay,
Rich.
he's proven that. Okay, now I'm not bad mouthing him. Okay, if you not everyone has punching power, but he's already breaking his hands at 135. So if he moves up and he fights bigger guys, his hands are just going to be even more fragile. And these guys, okay, they technically I agree, Tiafimo and Hitchens and Matthias, they're not on his level, but they hit a lot harder and they're not going to feel affected by his punches. So that's what I'm saying, that is that they'll hurt him, okay? I've never said he's not elite. I've never said Shakur's not good. I'm saying that if you can't hurt guys and you also don't like to get hit by guys who are smaller than you, then once you fight guys bigger than you who can punch, who have got pretty good speed, I don't think it will go good for him.
I don't think none of them guys up there would have would do anything with Shakur besides Gary Antoine Russell. And that's like my favorite. That's my other favorite fighter too, Gary Antoine. And I don't really want to see that fight, but I feel like
Why
that's
not?
because I like both of them. That's why.
Oh,
Yeah, but I think that's the only person that would give him problems for his style. I feel like a lot of them guys up there, Polio he could box or whatever, but Shakur will run circles around a lot of them guys and just box them to death, and y'all would call it a boring fight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like none of them guys is naturally style for him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that Tio will be a good fight, and I feel like he'll beat the shit out of Tio. I don't know where you getting that because Tio 140 or whatever. Tio small too. I feel like he'll beat the shit
no, I
out of
was just
Tio.
naming guys at
No,
140.
not
I was
you.
just
No,
saying.
not true. Because he's saying that all one he go up there 140. This will happen, and nah, I don't think so. And then the only person I seen that he didn't hurt in the fight at 135 was De Los Santos. Everybody else he hurt. He just ain't finished them. It's a difference between when if you want to be technical, he hurt Artem in the sixth, seventh round or one of those. He hurt him with a body shot. He just couldn't finish him. He hurt the last guy he fought. He hurt Yoshino, and those are the only fights that he had. So I don't know where you get that he ain't hurt nobody at 135. You just talking.
Okay,
That's
so
just like
Rich, let
saying
me ask you because
that's just like saying David Benavidez ain't hurt nobody at light heavyweight because he fought two fighters. He ain't knocked them out, so he
Actually,
ain't hurt
that's a
no.
good. Actually,
Nah,
that's good. Hold on. That's actually a good example. I'm a big Benavides fan, and I've been saying since the Vosdek fight, Benavides doesn't punch at 175 like he did at super middleweight. So he has to show more skills, and he's doing that. So I like Benavides. I think he's gonna beat Bivol if they fight, but he has to show more skills than he had at 168. And Shakur, again, I'm not writing him off against these guys. I'm just saying that if they hit him, he's gonna get hurt because he doesn't want to get hit by guys at 135. And I I just don't think that if he's nervous about guys who don't punch like the guys at 140, then I don't think it will go well for him. And again, he breaks his hands a lot in fights, so that's all I'm saying.
Oh, I mean, you got your opinion. You got
what's
your
up,
opinion.
Don?
All right.
And I was just up here listening to Rich. You know he gonna complain when
Man,
somebody talk about Shakur.
hey,
That's
Dodger.
just be funny. Hey man, you
Keep
just
it
say
cute,
every.
y'all. Keep it cute.
Yesterday, wait, hold on. Yesterday, this guy said Amanda was winning
I
damn near every round, man. You
I did
dead
not
wrong,
say she
man.
won. I thought it was a draw. I told you it was a draw. I said it was a draw. She won. Oh well. So What do you want me to
Yeah.
say?
So I'm
Like,
glad that you're here, Dondrick. Maybe you can clarify what belt to ass is because I keep hearing Shakur say this, and I just don't see that in his fights. And I'm not even trying to be funny, but when he says things like this,
I've been calling this dude out for 3 years. I heard Oscar say that they've been trying to get this fight for 3 years, but they're lying. They had opportunity to fight me before. They turned it down, and it was all Oscar. So come Saturday night, I'm coming in here to beat his ass. He gonna come, he gonna be tough, strong, but I'm coming to whoop his ass. I stand by that. I've been calling.
so what? I know he before he said belt to ass and stuff like that. So what? Like to y'all, what does that really mean? And also, are we holding him to this?
I mean,
Because
I think belt to ass would be like basically like what Hitchison did to Paro. That's built to ass. Like, you
Okay.
know,
Nah.
that's
What
a built.
Hitchison did to Cambosis.
Yeah,
Hold
that
on,
too.
Rich.
That was built to ass. Both of them
That's
was built to ass. Because you can box and be built to ass, but
okay.
you can't be like how Shakur talks. Is he gonna stop him? No. I mean, I never complained about him because I was like, hey, just back it up, bro. That's it. That's all I got. Because I ain't gonna complain because built to ass can mean a lot of things. For me, is you getting a nigga out of there.
Yeah.
Or you punishing him. Shakur don't really punish nobody. To be honest with you, he don't really punish nobody. Now he'll 12-0 you. He'll break
Yeah.
you down, but you're not doing no built to ass. You just hurting him.
That's
And
what I'm thinking,
that's
y'all. Belt
cool.
to ass is
Nah,
KO.
I
Belt to
mean,
That's
ass is no
cool.
stoppage. Like that's what
Don,
I think it is.
nah, Dondrick right about that. If he hurt him and beat him 12-0, you know what I'm saying? That's that. But if I mean, he shouldn't be saying shit like that if he ain't gonna do it, if he ain't prepared to do it. So
Yeah.
we'll see tonight. You know?
Rico,
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see. We're definitely gonna see tonight, y'all. I want Shakur to win. I really do want the narrative to change on this young man because he has such a high self. I want to say reflection. That I like sometimes I be really like wondering to myself, and then I have people like Rich always on my panel. I have people like Big Dog Willie who are like really, really rooting for him. So I be really trying to say to myself, like, what am I missing? Am I overlooking something? So I
Yeah,
do find myself
you
like really like thinking to myself, like, am I missing something? Am I not like
you
paying attention to something? Like, what am I missing with Shakur that everybody else sees?
hey,
I'm always looking for an answer to that question.
it's a
hey, this a
reason.
4 round and he might stop this dude, man.
Hey, look, it's a reason why. It's a reason why your favorite fighters.
Yes, people like ants.
You hear me? It's a reason why your favorite fighters will tell you that Shakur is elite and stuff like that. That's all. That's what you're missing. It's a reason why
Yeah, I really am
It's a
missing
reason why your
that.
favorite fighter, Javante Davis, 2 years ago said that Shakur was his favorite fighter. It's a reason why.
Because that was his homeboy before he became an op. I mean, you talk good about your homeboys.
I mean, Javante
Yeah,
had
you an
plenty of
op now,
homeboys
so
that was fighting at that
Man, you
time.
talking about some super old shit somebody said. Come on, brother.
that was more than 2 years ago.
It was.
I'll
That
tell
was
you
like
that.
5 years ago, Rich. That was like
Nah,
4 5 years ago.
but she said she want to know why, but you're not gonna never hear no one that's been in the gym with him or even would discredit his skills.
That's what I'm saying,
You
and
would
that's what
never
I be
hear,
really
you would never hear
confused
if a
about.
person ain't outright hating on a nigga, you ain't gonna never hear that. Oh
That's
man,
what
that
I'm
man
saying,
so
Rich. That's why I'm confused because I just don't see it. Not that I don't think he's good. Not that I like I've said, Shakur is a defensive wizard, but an all-out complete boxer, like make you miss, make you pay. Stand in the pocket and trade. What you really get in there and show me what you made of. I'm yet to see that.
Yeah, I've never heard
I
nobody
guess
say.
I'm still just looking for that.
I never heard nobody say that nigga ain't got no skills. His offense could use a little more creativity, but he definitely got the skills. You know what I mean? He just to me,
Yeah, he
he
definitely
just
got
don't got that.
skills.
What he's missing to me is that one thing that only select fighters got, that heart, that dog, that you know what I
That's
mean,
what I'm talking
that
about.
roof.
That's what I'm talking
That's what
about.
he's
yeah,
missing in
yeah.
my opinion.
I feel like the only thing that's wrong with him is he not a good finisher.
Okay.
He not a good finisher. He don't let his hands go. He know a nigga hurt. He know it in his eyes when a nigga hurt, but he's still all defensive to the point where he's scared to get. You know what I'm saying? A nigga might catch him with something serious. You see how that shit went. Abdullah Mason came out and all that stuff. How he got dropped, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After he hurt the nigga, he knew he hurt the nigga, so he just still let his hands go. But guys, he's scared of stuff like that. So He ain't
But
no
that's what I'm
finisher
saying. But
when
if
it
you're
comes to.
saying all these things, then how can he be the elite of the elite if he's scared to do all these things?
I said that's the only thing that's wrong with him. It's a million other things wrong with other fighters. You know what I'm saying? They might not have this, might
Hold
have
on,
this. What that
HLD.
say is that
I'm coming
he
for
ain't
you.
got he ain't a good finisher. That's all. That's the
Okay.
only thing I can say about him.
HLD, what's up?
We don't let
Hola,
people
nena.
go.
How we doing?
We good. We good. What is belt to ass to you? Because I'm just so confused.
Hey, belt the ass is what he did. What I just put in the chat.
Oh yeah, to Heron, right?
What he exactly what he did to Jamel Herring. Anything less than
Okay.
that is cap. He doesn't have to stop him. It just means it's an ass whooping. Come on, man. It's belt to ass. You know what that means. I mean,
Yeah.
it does. There's
Hey,
no. Oh my God, we got to go to. Let me get a PhD to understand what. No, that means I'm whooping your ass, and
But
that's
Rita,
that's
it.
what
hey,
I'm saying. When I hear him
Yo,
say
epic.
things like that, and then I see how he fights, that's why I'm confused.
Well, you guys
But
got to understand one thing about the young man, and I just heard thing Rich saying, oh, he doesn't look. This kid has got broken hands.
I
They're
always thought
brittle.
that too,
It's
Randall.
just
I
that. It's
always
as
thought
simple as
that,
that.
Randall.
He's got brittle hands. He still has bad hands. All they can do for this young man right now with the doctors, yeah, surgery, they broke whatever. They're not gonna make his hands stronger. They're not gonna make him. All they can do is control the pain. That's it. That's it. So that's why
Oh,
this
so
guy
you
is
think that his
hesitant.
lack of confidence comes from the fact that he knows that his hands are brittle?
Yeah, he knows he's gonna
Yeah.
break them if he hits this guy hard
That makes
tonight.
sense, Rich, right? That makes sense.
He knows if he puts his hit, bro, he's gonna hit. Look, Cepeda's gonna come in and say, "Here's my defense, my big head. Go ahead, break your hand, fool. Break it." Because that's what he's gonna do tonight. He don't care about that.
I don't
Oh,
know
you touching me up?
how this nigga hands are so brittle. He ain't beating ass like young Floyd was or nothing. Like did this
Yeah,
nigga
but
not get
even
no titty
and I
milk?
get that.
Did
I
he
get that.
his mama didn't breastfeed him? Why is this nigga hand so
Hey
brittle,
man,
man?
DNA. It's DNA. Maybe the way they taught him how to wrap his hands.
Nah.
May,
You
maybe
but you
the way
know,
they taught him how to throw a punch.
but
There's a lot of things that go into that.
HLD, you know, the way he throw punches. If you look at the way he throw punches, it's a little wrong. But he said basically when he was younger, he used to just go straight in, hitting heavy
Somebody
bags.
needs to mute.
He said all that shit basically caught up to him from when he was younger. How he used to hit the heavy
I,
bag, how he ain't use wraps and shit like that, and all that type of stuff.
you see,
He said all that stuff just caught up
my
to him.
understanding to get strong hands, and this by all the greats. Yo, you got to put your hands through hell from a young age. You got
Yeah,
to get
That's what,
those
but
microfractures. You got to
yeah,
get
yep.
the calcification of your bones to get
yeah.
stronger and thicker. And if you don't do that at a young age, you're gonna have soft hands, and
it's
that's
a
what he
lot of ways to
had.
get your hands better. It's not just that, but it's
That
Nah,
is the
ex-
main
it's
way.
He
it's
said,
exercise. It's exercises and shit like that. Cause
No, you're not gonna make your
I've
bones
broken both of
stronger
my
though.
hands boxing, bro.
nah,
I
it's
You're
the
broken
not.
way,
both.
it's the
Hey,
way,
listen to me, bro. I broke both of my
One at
hands
a time,
boxing,
y'all.
it's
It's
also
and
the
not one.
way,
It's
it's
talking
also,
about micro fractures, bro. You don't understand that.
can I talk? Can I talk?
You broke it
Can I
once.
talk?
Yo, after
I can
Don talk,
prom
let me talk.
I can promise you,
Hold on.
I got uncles and older cousins. Their hands are made of stone, but that's because they field workers. So it's all about the conditions you put your hands in, and
Every day, baby. Yeah.
they've never broken them. So it ain't about breaking; it's just putting them in harsh conditions. You ain't
Hard
got to
conditions.
microfraction. You just got to get the
That
calluses on there.
I bet you they got microfractures throughout the years of
No,
hard labor, baby.
no,
All people who work hard labor get
no,
microfractures. You
nope.
don't
Cause I
even.
work, bro. I worked in the
And
cotton fields and picked tobacco, bro. No, I don't have.
no,
I
I'm
ain't
not
have
talking
no
about
fractures
picking.
until yeah.
How
I
fucking
was
old are you, Dondre?
36,
147.
36.
Right.
I was poor, bro.
Oh my
I ain't have
god.
running water till I was 15, bro.
Dondre, go
Welcome
ahead.
to the club,
Yeah.
baby.
Stop with this foolishness. Go
Welcome to
ahead,
the
No,
club.
Tom. Go ahead, Thomas.
Yo, first and foremost, shout out to Jab Queen Boxing, my good sister Ty Dreckford. Shout out to my main man Rich, Don Drigdom,
what's up, what's up?
HLD, and Cash Crypto, man. I want to say favorite fighter syndrome is real and it applies to 6 different fan bases heavily, and that is Nello, that is Spence Crawford, that is Tank, that is Devin, and that is also Shakur. Each one will cap for the other one just because of another ninja that don't even know they exist, dog, and that's slang. That being said, belt to ass, what it looks like for Shakur at 130, it definitely was Jamel Herring. At 135, I believe we got a slight run of it with him versus Yoshino. If he can go in there and do Zepeda dirty like Yoshino, I'm saying he put belt to ass.
I
Period.
agree with
Point
that.
blank.
I agree with that one with the Yoshino fight. Very,
Hey
very
man,
well
in
put on
my
that one.
opinion, elite fighters can put belt to ass on other elite on other really good, at least really good fighters, man. Like putting belt to ass on Herring, a dude that's like washed and at the end of the road. I mean, what is that really saying? I
It
want to
was a
see this. Hold
measurement,
on, bro.
bro.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I ain't cut you off. I want to see Shakur put belt to ass on someone young, strong, and who's really in that fight. You know what I mean? Fuck all this. You put belt to ass on the old nigga at 130. Man, fuck all
It
that.
wasn't
You
about
at
that.
135 now. Fuck. Let's see what you talking about right now, nigga. Fuck then. Let's do it now.
But my man, we're defining it. We're not saying it has to. We're just defining what it looks like.
Oh yeah. I hear you. I'm with you.
Okay, I mean,
So what y'all think about what the commentators were saying about Devin? Did y'all find that interesting? And Cash, I know you remember when I posted what Eddie Hearn said about him at the Jose Ramirez fight. He was like that sucker was massive, about 160. So what did y'all think about what the commentators were saying about that? Like he big as hell. He's how you bigger than a natural welterweight.
oh, I checked Marcos Villegas on that. I'm like, bro, stop pandering, fool. You pandering, bro. The fuck?
Pandering to who?
Well, nigga Cash,
To Devin Haney.
my nigga Cash, that was really addressed to you, dog. What you feel about that?
Hey, man, I've been saying forever Devin's big as fuck. That nigga at least 190 shit.
Right? I think so too, Cash. I don't know if he's 190, but when I told you when I saw him standing next to David Benavidez, I was like, he don't look that much smaller than David. Like David's not towering over him.
That being said, I'm gonna say this. Me and Ann had a dialogue, and it was about confidence. One thing that you could tell by the way my man Devin interviews, he stutters a lot more now than he has ever stuttered after that Ryan fight. No, I'm being real. I'm not throwing no shade on him. No, no shit.
Because he's got a bigger
Hey,
country
man.
boy in front of him, ready to really whoop his ass under to another level.
True indeed, but if his confidence is shot, man, I really shudder to believe he got a path of victory in that fight. Because you got to be confident in yourself. And one thing was always certain: the thing about Shakur more so than anything is he's confident in self. Devin was confident in self, and I think his confidence has been shaken. And that Ramirez fight was a telling tale. Honestly, I don't know if this is the fight he should be taking, but since he is blazing this trail, he got to make sure he go back and tap into himself so that he can have the confidence because his discipline gonna be there. And anybody that says chin is suspect, man, remember Ryan stopped Duarte. Duarte ain't never been stopped, and this dude is as stern as they come. Yo, my man kept getting up even when he was getting plastered in that fight, dog, and he
That's
continued
hard.
to fight.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's
That's
heart. That's discipline to his training, and that's resolve. But
Man, he
but
had
but
a lot of help though, bro. That damn ref was helping that
that
nigga.
referee couldn't.
he
That's why he couldn't
did.
even
And
stop.
Cash, you
That's why he
always
couldn't
know
even
that.
stop.
Yeah, for sure. And I've always said that. As a matter of fact, I got cussed out and invited to some private parts because I mentioned that when we were talking about refs and their job after Tank was allowed to take a knee. I said, well, what happens when you allow people to get knocked down and don't you discount them, and then on top of that you push a nigga for knocking a nigga down. You're not gonna hold that nigga to the fire. And I was called all kind of hoes, bees, and invited to private parts. Speaking of which, man, every fan base has emotional fans too, so stop just saying it's a particular set. We got to start that ish out.
Yo,
No,
man,
But
we're
you know
all
what?
fans.
You
We're all
just
fans
reminded
of
me of something,
somebody.
Thomas. Did y'all see that damn ref last night, Thomas? I forget his last name.
Thomas
In the
Taylor.
Shadeja Green
yeah,
fight,
Thomas
Texas
Teller.
Jointed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
he
That
Why
had
was
he
me.
some
why he
goofy
why he
ass
do that?
shit, yo. That was some goofy
He had me
shit.
pissed.
I was
He
happy
had
when I
me.
was happy when she won after that, man. I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
Me too. Me too.
Yo, but I'm glad you said that, Ty. Now, there is no outrage for him, and he's been on some questionable decisions in the past, like six events he done ref. Now, I'm usually cool with him, but he done some suspect stuff, but he never get that thing, that harsh criticism and disdain that Thomas, I mean, my man, what's his name?
Harvey Doc.
Harvey Dark, or even the brother Steve Willis got, man. I mean, why?
No, Harvey Dock is now a chump, bro. He's a chump. What he did in that Haney for Garcia fight, yeah, that motherfucker is a sellout. I ain't gonna hear that. That dude is a
Man,
sellout.
Nah, but that shit last night, I was like, how you gonna take a point from her? And then fucking Marshall was doing it too, doing it way more than Green. I was like, yo, what are you doing?
She was
He didn't
hungry. I'm not
even
gonna say she
warn her.
wasn't, but it didn't need to be as aggressive of what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, it didn't need to get to that point. Not at least not at the point when he took off the point. No, I thought that was bullshit. He could have
Yeah,
kept on just telling her, yo, let go, yo, he could have just kept on giving a few more there because I mean, at this
but he
stage,
didn't give Marshall not even one though. He didn't give Marshall not even one warning.
it looked like he wanted to be part of the show. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, get the fuck out the way.
That's shop, yo. But so okay. Obviously we know that the guys are fighting in November, and we saw the
What you
little
cooking
dust
over
up.
there?
Hey, that's none of your business, man. What she's cooking for me, bro.
Hey, but she putting that sizzle on that bad boy though. We gonna have to start calling you sizzle.
What is happening right now? No, but the shit with Brian Norman, y'all heard what he said, right? Like that. He's obviously not gonna sue him, but he was making a point, like, yo, y'all running around here suing niggas, but your bodyguard assaulted my son, basically.
He ain't gonna
You
be
know what
on
I'm
no
saying?
stage, bro. We getting him removed. He's done. That's what's
Who?
gonna happen. Big goofy security.
Nah, you gotta play that video one more time.
I talked to
I knew you
Senior
was looking for it.
what was
Look,
it, 2
Rich,
nights
I
ago.
even slowed it down just for you, Rich. I said Rich gonna like it slowed down. Hold on, let me pull it up. I
That
slowed it
nigga
down
got
just
yoked
for
up, man. I
you.
don't care when.
Nah, bro, you getting pulled up by your
Nah,
skirt?
man.
Nah, bro, that ain't
That nigga
nothing,
Will
bro.
made it outside.
Look at here, look at here, right? Look at his left arm. Look at his left arm. Watch. This is what I'm about. Damn, mofo. What happened? One arm, Norman Jr. Let's go. Where I'm taking control now, mofo.
Yo, but he never touched pavement, bro. I wish people would say that, dog. And he dealing with three people at once, man. Now,
Nah,
but
man, because that other
Bud
dude was
might have
having.
yoked him up, but he ain't get yoked up here. Look, he ain't touched earth not one time, and he got three ninjas on him. He
No, he
still
don't.
got control of one, man. Y'all
That
got to
other
put some
guy's with him.
respect on his name, dog.
Look
Put some
like
That
the
other
respect
nigga
guy's
on his
with
sweeping the
him.
name.
floor.
That guy in the black shirt is with him, man. He's the one who's been pushing Senior in the background.
Never
But look,
touched earth.
but look.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Don't fuck Devin's money up. Yeah, exactly. Don't fuck that. Back up! Back up!
Oh, but
That's
Oh,
all
I
he
ain't
care
never
about.
saw
That's the
that
worst.
video.
That's the
Where we
worst
get
case
that
of
from?
acting I've ever
I ain't
seen.
never seen that video.
You
You
never
didn't
saw
see
that
the other
one?
one?
Nah, I ain't see that one. That was Bill Haney.
Yeah,
Nah, nigga, that was
this is
Bill
on the other
Haney.
side. This is on the other side of when they went through the door.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Don't fuck Devin's money up. Yeah, exactly. Don't fuck that. Back up! Back up! Back up! Back up! Don't fuck
Bill Haney
Devin's
acting like he
money
got
up.
that dog on or something. Like he's about to.
Standing
I
there
got
looking
a
like
I
a
got a
damn
longer
mess.
version of that from someone else that they kept on talking. That's when Norman Senior got in Big Goofy's face, called him a bitch.
Hey, to
Yeah,
me that
that's
shit.
why he went to when he was on Mill City. He said that he was like, I could really f y'all whole stuff up right now, but I'm not like y'all. I'm not gonna sue. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all did Ryan. Y'all run around here like y'all tough, but y'all sued somebody. You know what I mean?
That shit really weak, man.
I talked
If
to
you
Norman
only
Senior
act
the
like
night
that when
before
you got
that.
your entourage and security around, man, that shit's
Yo,
really weak, man.
Big Goofy's not gonna be part of this fight camp. Telling you that.
Oh, you don't think so?
Nah, I talked to Senior about that. And we getting that fool removed. Get him out of
Oh,
here.
okay.
That guy was over the top. What he did was totally unprofessional. All he needed to do is get in between. He didn't need to
Yeah,
manhandle
yeah,
nobody.
Yeah,
That's it.
facts.
yeah. No,
He
I
overdid
can
it,
agree with that.
and he can get sued. Absolutely, he can. That was an assault.
You
Yo, but
possibly mess up the money, you can mess up the damn bag anyway. What
No,
the
that's
fuck?
and,
that's not even another level.
and Cash, we know the supreme thing is to never f up the money when it come to Bill. Bill stay church with that.
You heard him.
But I think Bill wants a way out this fight.
Yeah,
Honestly,
because
that's
they
what I
Oh
broke
think.
as
yeah.
hell right now. They need that money.
So we
Hey
gonna have
Johnny,
some.
how you know that?
When you're selling your house in Vegas, Papa got to move to New York condo. Son got to run to Miami to find out a little condo rented out over there. And they desperate because they wanted the BLK prime line. That's where
Oh
they
Man,
were
wow.
at.
yo, Tio tell you this HLD dog. You can't be believing what he
My man,
say.
you don't know
Well,
these
well,
book
I know
ass.
the fact that Devin sold his house. I know that's true,
Hey, you know
but I don't
that
know
that
about the
baby mama
rest.
coming for that bag too, man. So I don't doubt it. Shit.
Hey, she
Shit.
really is, dog. And like the one thing that I will say as a side note, man, because you know all of them deal with females along that same nature. You gotta watch them new bops. Them bops, they. I remember Coach Prime got and like ran through the shed for him having a symposium with his young team, telling them, look, we gonna bring this girl in here to school y'all on what they do.
Oh yeah,
But
Hey
he was
man,
absolutely spot on because she gave them game. Look, she said, "This is how we target you. This is what we'll do, and this is what we the signs to look for." I think everybody need that because it seems like they getting targeted at an all time high.
there's truth to that. Very much
but
truth to that.
even
But you
with
don't
them
put a
getting that
hand on a woman
special,
though.
hold on. Even with them getting that training, how many of them still fell victim to the same shit?
No, no, that's fine. You know, you just got. I mean, he did his due diligence to make sure that they properly inform. Now you got to make the choice. Like that's the thing in life. We make choices, and what we learn from the experiences we go through surely is a measurement of our growth. Because you know that's what defines us in our growth. Being able to take the information that we seen, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, and being able to process it the proper way so that we will make better decisions the next time around.
No,
But
for
What
he
Devin
did
equipped
Haney,
them
y'all?
with that.
for Devin
What
Haney
did
being the
y'all?
son of a pimp, he
Stop
definitely
it.
had some suck up all up in him because he found the true love of his life on what on Taz Angels, man.
Hey, that's crazy.
Come on now,
Man,
his dad is
HLD,
sick and he
H,
fell in love
H,
with a hoe.
That's nasty work,
HLD,
bro. That's nasty
HLD,
work.
man. I know Bill Haney shaking his head like, damn, I told this nigga how the fuck I'm the player and this
I
nigga's a
can't wait to
bitch.
talk to Bill Haney because I would have.
I
Well,
know
Bill
he
got a
mad.
snowflake.
Hey,
Nah, but
Bill,
you gotta
Bill too
realize,
worried about Bill care about his bag too much to be worried about Devin's bag. Shit, that nigga like, hey,
no,
Well,
I'm saying,
he'll sell his son's ass to make sure he get the bag.
that's facts.
Y'all
Yo,
gotta stop that. So
nah,
okay,
see,
when I first came
I
out,
don't look at Bill like that. I look at the other guy like that, Kid Schofield. I feel like
oh yeah.
I feel like he's work. I feel like Bill gonna get it out the mud regardless.
Nah,
I don't
Rich,
look.
Rich,
Now
I
I
don't
don't
look
think
at.
out the mud. I
He
Rich.
don't
gonna
think
get
that.
out the mud regardless. That's why he put like all his shit. He got it out the mud. I don't.
Rich, let me ask you a
It ain't the
question.
same way, man.
Rich, you got kids?
Nah, I ain't got no kid.
Would you, if you had a son, would you ever put him in a disadvantage, at a disadvantage for money?
What you talking about with the Ryan Garcia?
Hey, all it took was 600,000 to throw that nigga in a ring at a disadvantage. I mean, come on, bro. That's not something. That nigga's
Yeah,
Bill care about that money
but
more
what
than
Bill
Devin.
but you always gotta remember what Bill say. Bill say he always suggests stuff. Devin Haney make the final call.
That's cat. Come on, bro.
He always say Devin Haney run the show at the end of the day. He
Yeah,
say
but
Devin.
you know that Bill is highly suggestive. How many times have we seen Bill whispering in Devin, push up on him, Dev, push up on him, Dev. He does what his father says,
Yeah,
even
Rich,
if
you
his
can't
father
believe that.
doesn't flat
Yeah,
out
yeah,
come
yeah.
out
I mean,
and
I could
say,
agree about that. I
you know what
agree
I'm
about that.
saying?
But
hey Todd.
what I'm saying is Floyd Schofield, dad, he have his son. He a lie in front of his son. His son won't even check him or nothing. Like, and it be some
That's
No,
true.
but
big,
hey,
He tatted
big
up. What's
wild.
up?
It be some big wild shit. Like it don't be
yeah, but if
no
son is
regular
out there
stuff.
saying hey, my father speaks with you. I don't like doing it. I don't care what he say. I love that he trolls. We know we trolling from behind the scenes. He's cool with it. He's 100% cool with it. Out in the open. Yeah, my dad runs my Twitter account. It ain't me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
You
but
know.
Dad said that. Oh my
But
bad,
Bill,
HLD.
No,
my
no,
bad.
there's
But
no way you gotta say that. Go ahead, my man.
Bill Haney be big and too big trolling too. He be doing the same thing. It's just we take it serious. People on YouTube, y'all, he be
Now
playing
Schofield
around
did
when he
get it
be
out the
playing.
mud. Bill Haney and the Haneys, they've always been with the cosigns with the Mayweathers. They had the cosign with the Godfather Zab Judah. So I don't want to hear that they got anything out the mud. All right,
But
nothing.
he
You
had
know
They
what,
came into the
HLD?
game
Maybe
with
you
money.
can HLD. Maybe you can shed some light on this to me. And I don't know if you were in here when I asked this, but why was Eddie Hearn at the press conference?
oh he was
Because Devin Haney needs emotional support.
You did tell me that
man
yesterday. No, but
Eddie.
I'm being serious. Who
Eh,
was the
eh,
fighter there? I was looking. I couldn't
no,
find any fighters.
it's because Devin Haney asked him to be on there.
I think Eddie Hearn got his
Hey,
hands
the
in damn near
Cardinals. What's up, baby?
Eddie Hearn got his hands in damn near every
Oh,
fight card that's that's on
Well,
TV
that's
right
what I'm
now.
saying. That's what I'm
He
trying to
got
figure
his
out. Like,
hands
what
in
is?
everything, man.
Yeah,
And
because he was on the
Haney,
women's card last night, so
I
I was just
respect the
confused. I was
hustle,
just
man. I
concerned.
see
Yeah.
respect
this.
I
This I
respect the
can tell
hustle.
you, Queen, for the fight. Look, the Regis Prograis fight bombed. That with with Devin Haney, that shit bombed. No money in the back end, nothing. They didn't do shit. They got $1.5 million guaranteed, and that shit bombed. Now
You
for the Ryan Garcia fight, Eddie Hearn had an option still on Haney, and he said, "Fuck it, bro. You could do this on your own. Yeah, you want it? Go ahead. I don't want no part of it because he knows they weren't gonna make no money.
See,
He knew it."
that's what I'm
and
talking about.
and so that fight for Ryan Garcia was also a $1.5 million guarantee with the back end, but the back end was only a about $300,000 pay per view only sold, so they didn't really make that much money off that fight for both fighters. You see, like with Tank, when he sells
Hey,
three hundred thousand, he gets
The
all of
David
it.
Morrell
Let
fight
me
on
finish
right
it.
now,
Hold on, Rich. Let him finish.
I know.
When Tank sells 300,000, well, it's a very offset balance because he's super A side versus a B side that's only gonna get nothing. Now with the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia
Look
money
at
wise
Turkey.
was the A
Look
side.
at Turkey.
He was the A side, and so they didn't make that much money in that fight either. Eddie Hearn didn't care whether that he yeah you could go ahead on your own, but he still fought.
HLD.
He still
I
fought
thought
them.
Ryan
Keep it
made.
on it.
Hold
I
on.
thought
Let him
Ryan,
finish. Let him finish,
my
Thomas.
bad, my bad.
I'm just trying to get so you guys understand what's going on with the money in the trail. That's why Eddie Hearn was okay with it. Yo, when Eddie Hearn had when they had the purse bid, for an example, it was Haney versus Sandor Martin. Eddie Hearn didn't bid on that shit. He didn't want nothing to do with Devin Haney. Only one promoter bidded on it, and Devin Haney was only going to make again 1.5, which is why he vacated the belt. You see? So I
Man,
mean,
I don't know what type of stadium they in right now.
it's a
What the
tennis stadium,
fuck is
Louis
this?
Armstrong in Queens.
The
What the
Louis
fuck?
Armstrong Stadium in
it's
Queens,
a
babe.
tennis stadium, Brody. It's ridiculous.
Who
What the
fighting
fuck?
now?
It's David Morrell fight on right now, and
Oh my God! Why ain't nobody tell me this?
Yeah,
I
you
watched
gotta
half
get
of
off
it.
and tune into the fights. But I'm gonna say this though, HLD. Um, I don't know exactly how much they made for that Ryan and Deb, but I know what was reported. Now they said that they made 50 and 30 million respectively.
Bullshit. That all came played out because they sued him, right? They sued Oscar, and so then the numbers came out that all they sold was 300,000 pay per views. There was
True,
nothing more to that.
true indeed. And that contradicts what they said themselves they made, man. So I don't know what actually happened in there.
They troll. I mean, all the fighters are gonna, doesn't it sound good for me to say, "Hey, man, we made 30 and 50 million," instead of saying, "Dumb, man, we only made 500,000."
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right, we're gonna go around and do final thoughts. When the fight is over, I'm gonna pop back on so we can talk about it. But I'm about to go watch this fight. So let me
All right,
go around and y'all
We
give
I'm
me.
about
gotta
to
Now,
get
get.
I
going,
want
guys.
final predictions. Hold up, final predictions on the record. Rich,
All right.
Edgar Berlanga, Shiraz. Who you got?
I got I want Berlanga to lose, but I got him winning. Um, I got him winning probably by a knockout. I want him to lose
Shakur
though.
by knockout.
Shakur, yeah, by knockout. I feel like the ring's small. If y'all look at the ring will look a little bit
I'm
small.
trying to go look at the
Oh
damn
my
ring.
god.
So Berlanga by stoppage.
Um, yeah, Belonga by stoppage. I got Pollo outboxing Matias, but if Matias get in, he could knock him out. So I ain't really got. That's 50-50. Right now, I got Dave Morrell winning though. I don't
All
even.
right, babe.
Damn, why this ring look?
Oh my
It
God.
looks,
All right,
it looks, it
Rich.
looks
I'll be
half the
back
size of
after
the
the
ladies
fights.
last night.
Oh yeah,
Thomas.
yeah. He shortened the ropes on the ring. Like he made it. I see what happened.
So he did make the ring small. I thought he was joking. We're gonna get
Nah.
into
The
that
ring.
after the fights.
You
The
got
incredible
Thomas.
freaking ring. Yeah, Rich man, let me go because she tried to go. Berlanga getting either stopped or it's going to be a unanimous decision for Shiraz. Shiraz is technically sound and he's got a longer reach, man. I think he's going to employ that in that fight. And he steps jab. His step jab is amazing. I got Shakur by light stoppage, whether by ref or corner. I just don't think
Okay.
I don't think Zepeda has enough unless Zepeda really listened to what Oscar said in his interview. His interview, Oscar gave him the keys on how to defeat somebody with more quickness, more speed, better timing, and more polish. So if he can adhere to that, then he can definitely disrupt what I'm saying. But I got Shakur by late stoppage. I got Morrell. I think Morrell gonna come out and reassert himself, be getting back on the map. So even though Kataev is strong and he's damn seasoned, I think that he's gonna take that L tonight. Who else we got?
He on some PEDs, but Alberto Preo and somebody else.
If Puello and only if he can keep the fight at a distance, at a reach pace, he dictates the space, then he can win. But if not, I think it's going to be a systematic breakdown. It's going to be Mariah Carey and Bone Thugs for Sabril Matias.
Breakdown, okay.
Breakdown. Steady breaking Puello down. And if there's another fight, that the one with my man Sinsuro or whatever he is, if he's
Susumi.
held, Sasumi, if he's together, I think he gonna pull that fight out. If he's together, if he's not weight drained, and if there's one more, then I don't know who's on the other one.
I think that's it. I'm really concerned more or less about Morel, Suburiel, and the top two. I
Okay,
think
for sure. Well, that's my takes on them. We gonna see how it play off. I think it's gonna be a great card though. And then thanks for having me up. Always appreciate you.
I will see
And
y'all after the fight.
shout out to my good peoples up here on the panel and my good peoples in the chat, man. Y'all be easy. Enjoy the fight.
All
All
right,
right,
bro.
Thomas. All right, Cash. Final predictions, babe. Who you
Um,
got?
I got Matias, Morel, Shakur, and I got Berlanga. We'll see.
Okay.
Y'all after the fights, man.
Morel too. You said
Yeah,
Morel.
I got Morel
All right. All
in a
right.
dog fight.
HLD in a dog fight. Oh, I know. I can't wait.
I got I
HLD, who
got
you got?
I got Morel by stoppage. Um, the next fight would be what? I got Puello over Matias. Going to the cards possibly. And then when we come to Shakur and Cepeda, it's a show me fight for that one. Shakur should win, but Cepeda can win. So I don't really have a pick on that. I could see something happen on either side. Then when it comes to the main event, I got Berlanga smoking Shiraz. But this I'm gonna guarantee you, these boys are never gonna match the energy that we saw MSG last night. Not from the beginning, not to the end, not in the action, not in nothing. These boys are gonna be duds compared to what the women did last night historically.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. I see that. I see that. I hear you. All
All right,
right. Well,
sweetie.
listen, I'm going to be back after the fight, so we can definitely go ahead and compare those a little later. But you enjoy those fights, and if I don't see you later, I will see you around. You always in somebody's chat acting a fool. So I'm sure I will see you around.
All right, sweetie. I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. This is like an intermission. I don't know if we're going to call it an intermission. Y'all go watch the fights. We will be back. If you can join us later, that would be great. If not, y'all know what to do. Catch me on a panel, baby.